Hello, and welcome back once again for another video on Marvel Snap. And today we have a fun one for us, and this is going to be a toxic deck. That's the best way I can really put this. So why is this deck toxic? And that's because the main card in this deck is Hazmat. Now Hazmat is a 2/2 with the on reveal effect that every card on the board will get -1 power. Now, the card like Hazmat, she can be very fun in the right circumstances, and we're going to try and make that work. So one of the most important cards you need is this boy right here, Luke Cage. Now, you're going to need Luke Cage in this deck. Now, he has just dropped down from pool 4 to pool 3, so it's made it very much more accessible to the community, including myself, who got very lucky. As soon as this card dropped down, I pretty much packed him instantly. I was very lucky. And they're your two main things, alright? After that, you're also going to want to hit a Wong. I think Wong's very strong, so you can, double the power of your Hazmat. And, of course, Odin as well to reactivate it all in the Wong lane. Now, we've got some other cards here that I do want to talk about. So, we also have Zero in this deck list. Zero is probably the most replaceable card in this deck list, in my opinion. There's two cards you can probably replace. Well, actually, there's probably a lot of cards you can replace. This is not the refined build, but Zero is one of these cards you can definitely replace. And the main reason for Zero is for Typhoid Mary, alright? So if we don't hit the Luke Cage, but we see him somehow have Zero in hand and Typhoid Mary, we're not going to want Typhoid Mary affecting our own cards. So if we can Zero into Typhoid Mary, that's always really good. But again, if we have Luke Cage on the board, won't matter. We have Carnage in this deck, and there's a reason having Carnage that I will show later, but he's pretty useful. We have Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman in this deck I really like. You could probably take her out, but I do like the fact that you can hide stuff behind her. So I like to hide my Hazmat, Wong, Odin behind the Invisible Woman, so I have no idea what's going to happen. And it kind of throws them off a little bit, like on the last turn. So you hit everything as well, so you're not just like hitting bits and parts, you're always going to hit everything right at the end. Now Zabu. Zabu I've chucked in this deck just to kind of discount Mary and Wong. You could easily take Zabu out if you have anything else you think's better. This is Nerf Zabu. So he only reduces their cost by 1. If he still reduced it by 2 and was a free drop, it'd actually probably be better in this deck. And we have Colossus. Now the reason for Colossus is sometimes in this deck you are going to draw cards you don't really want to play. But Colossus can't be negatively affected by stuff. So if you don't actually manage to draw Luke Cage, you can kind of just go, alright, Hazmat, Wong, Odin, with a Colossus in another lane. So you win that lane, and most likely going to win the other lane they've played into because you're not playing anything in there. So yeah, that is the way this deck can go. Now the other two cards you're going to see here are Green Goblin and Debris. Now these two cards are purely just there to fill their locations with shit. And Hazmat, is the toxic girl that she is going to make them even those rocks lower costing and Green Goblin lower costing. So, I will admit, this probably isn't the greatest deck in the world, but it is a hell of a lot of fun when you do get it to work, and that's what this video is going to be trying to do, just to try and get this work. I've got it to work a few times, it's a bit of fun, and I thought I'd show it off with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. This is actually, I think this is a very fun, like, kind of meme deck to play around with. So anyway, without further ado, since I've shown off this deck and what it can do, let's get into a few games and see how it works. Oh, that's actually a really good hit. Oh. Wow. That is something different right there. So, honestly, what we could do here is something a little bit different. So I'm actually going to play the Hazmat turn 2. We don't want to play Zero. If we do get a Typhoid Mary next turn, we will just play Zero. Okay, we got this, so Quantum Tunnel. So I think here we don't mind playing a Debris. Just chucking some rocks out everywhere. Quantum Tunnel isn't really the best deck to be playing with this. Because there's a lot of like stuff we can hit that's not great.
Face the might of Asgard! Mjolnir!
Alright, 4's not too bad. We didn't want to play Mjolnir into that location. Colossus, that's a good hit. Another Quantum Tunnel. Honestly, we might just chuck No, we're not going to play Zero. Zero is really bad here. We're just going to play Zabu so we can get this middle lane.
Opponent snapped.
So what our plan here is going to be is hopefully what will happen here is they're not going to play into the left lane because they're already winning by -8 power. We're going to hazmat into the left lane, followed by an Odin, bring their Hobgoblin back,
Mjolnir
with the
to me.
hazmat also kind of hitting again. So that's kind of the goal here. So we got Carnage. Carnage is going to destroy that rock. That's actually pretty decent. So we now got 4 power here. So yeah, we're just going to hazmat over into the left. Now, unfortunately, when I say did rip the Daredevil, they're going to see hazmat, and it might make them think a little bit. So pretty much my goal here now is to win left and to win right with hazmat activating again. I'm hoping. Now this, again, as this is a bit of a funny deck, with the 2 Quantum Tunnels as well, it's not great. Okay, yeah, so they have just kind of blocked us out here. Is there anything here that I can do? So I kind of need to win this lane here. So I guess our best option is to try and chuck down as many things as possible. I don't think it really matters. We can just chuck the Typhoid Merit. It's going to get taken away anyway. So I'm really hoping here just to hit anything here that could win us this lane. And White Tiger, yeah, it's not going to win me. Oh well. In a normal situation there, I would have, like, retreated. But I don't want to retreat when I'm making videos and stuff. I want to try and play these games out fully. Yeah. Oh well. Again, very unlucky start to have the Hobgoblin just chucked on us like that. But you know what? We will take those games. We'll just quickly move on to the next one. Alright, what are we going to get from the hub? 4. Don't really think we want 4 really in this deck. Anyway, but wow, these are some very kind of like poor locations to be kind of receiving. But we can make this work now. We can really make this work. So we did get 4 off the hub.
Opponent snapped.
So we're just going to play Luke Cage over here. Luke Cage is going to be necessary now for this deck. Very lucky that we did end up getting Luke Cage. That's fine. We just don't want the mystery location. Here, so... Well, that's not going to do anything, really. Oh, I mean... So what we're going to do here is we are going to play Green Goblin over here. And now we'll play Typhoid Mary over here into the middle. So he has eaten the Green Goblin. That's fine. I think we can play 4 here. Actually, how do you want to do this? I think we're going to want to play Colossus over here, 4 here. Now they have played Magic. They should be almost out of cards.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
So what I really want to go and do here is we're going to want a Mjolnir here, Carnage here. So, because, again, we don't care about Mjolnir being there. We're not going to be able to eat Colossus.
Mjolnir to me.
I think we can snap here. I feel confident. And I guess we can just chuck hazmat wherever we need power the most. What's probably here in the middle. We just end turn. And hopefully that should be enough. He's played Destroyer. She-Hulk. Death. Huh, that's an interesting interaction. I mean, I guess I never really knew that with, thing. So, I didn't realize that I guess because these are 6-drop and these are all 6-drops as well. Well, yeah, anyway. That's interesting to know. If you haven't actually, if the card's still summoning, destroy doesn't destroy that. I thought that might have been the case, but I guess you never really see it. Yeah, again, really unfortunate to get this location destroy our deck off. We couldn't really pull the whole thing off. If we could have, would have been a lot more power towards us, but again, bit of a fun deck. Not really expecting a whole lot from this deck to go forward, but you know, it's always just a bit of fun. Alright, getting into that Quantum Tunnel again. I've chosen a terrible time to record this deck. Quantum Tunnel is absolutely awful for us. And that could not be worse.
Enchantress.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Okay. We know he has that. So we are going to play Zabu here. Now we're kind of hoping we draw 0 now. Okay, again, this is another one of those like games where it's looking pretty bad for us. Luke's Bar. We did end up getting 0. So we're going to play 0 there. And I guess also... Oh wait, no, we can't play Invisible Woman like that, no. Alright. I forgot. 0 is just going to activate on Invisible Woman, so we're going to play Invisible Woman. Now, if I do know this correctly... Actually, I can just throw him back in... No, I really want him to bounce back. You know, this is going to be for science here. Let's just see how this interaction works, because this is a new location. Let's see how this works. So, will Invisible Woman still, like, the card behind it still bounce back afterwards? Let's see. So, got Wong there. It does. Okay, what's going to bounce here? We got Invisible Woman back. And we got Hazmat. Hazmat's a pretty good pull. So we're going to play Typhoid Mary there now, since she's been silenced by 0. That's fine. We're not going to want to play 0 again in this deck. Honestly, hit Invisible Woman. Nice. That's what we like to see. Korg. That's not going to hit anything. Brilliant. We like to see that. Okay, Typhoid Mary's been hit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play that. And we're going to play Hazmat. Now maybe I should have waited on the Hazmat. We are sending Hazmat back to hand. Now they've bumped the Hobgoblin over to us. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to debris into the Quantum Tunnel. What's going to give rocks everywhere. And we're going to Hazmat again. So what should happen here now, they're going to play in the middle. I'm just trying to think, is there any way we can do this better? I don't think there is. I feel like we're still going to lose this no matter what. But again, it is kind of funny. Again, we were very unlucky here to lose our Odin plus the Quantum Tunnel. Not nice, but we're just going to play this and see how this goes. So, again, we're revealing first what's disgusting. And Shang-Chi.
Victory.
We do end up winning. We end up pulling through on that game. Now, that was really close. I will say this. Now, it's funny. It's worked. I'm surprised it actually ended up working this one. Normally, we'd want the Wong and the Odin to actually still be a thing. Now, I do know it's my own fault for Wong getting destroyed with Carnage because of Quantum Tunnel. But yeah, it was unlucky to lose the Odin, because we could have got the Odin there. Hazmat, Odin, hopefully not in the Quantum Tunnel. But yeah, I'm surprised we ended up managing to pull that out, especially with the Hobgoblin being dropped on us. But yeah, you know what? Good win. Happy about that. We'll take it. Alright, we like to see that. A little Hazmat opening hand. And we got Odin, so no Yondus this time. That's nice. We like to see that. Honestly, that's really good for us, them losing their Odin like that. So we're going to set up the Invisible Woman over here into the right lane. Because here's the thing, we don't want to be playing into the Kaijun kind of lane, like what else to pronounce, I'm not going to try and say it. We don't like that. Now hopefully this isn't like a terrible kind of lane for us. Oh, perfect, we love that. We love that, that's brilliant, except for the fact that hit our Green Goblin. But we're still going to play Green Goblin anyway this turn, because why not? Alright, so we're going to play Carnage over here. And I think we'll also play Hazmat over here to the right. It is hidden behind the Invisible Woman, of course. Which also we can hopefully not pull out Wong. Pull out Zabu. Zabu's a fine thing to pull out. We would have loved Luke Cage to have gotten pulled out. Now that is the reason, the exact reason why we played Hazmat. Is because now we have the Wong. So hopefully if this all kind of goes to plan, this should be the kind of board state we want. Now again, would have loved to have gotten a Luke Cage out, but you know, whatever. We should now win middle, and hopefully the right lane. We don't really care as much about left, just because the fact that Hazmat will not be making the self lower. So this should be really good. This should be the kind of board state we want, and it wasn't that hard to achieve either. So, let's see what they do here. Spider-Woman, that's fine, we don't care. Zabu lanes, whatever. Cool. We're mainly going for that middle lane, what really doesn't have a lot of power anyway. Alright, here we go. A 10 power Odin. Let's snap. I'm feeling confident. They're probably really worried he what's behind this Invisible Woman. And the only thing that stops us here, and this has happened once when I was playing this deck, just testing it out, a Cosmo. Okay, great that it hit the other card on the left side. That's fine, that's nothing. So we've got Hazmat here. Wong. We're gonna Odin. Here we go. Brilliant. You love to see it.
Victory.
That is why I made this deck. To me, that is just so funny to think, like, we really shouldn't have won that. But, you know, good old Hazmat does it again. Thank God. I'm glad I got that off in this video. I'm really happy about that. Alright. Let's move into the final game. Alright, so we got Roxy. We have Luke Cage. That was the only thing missing from, like, last game. We would have won all 3 lanes if we had Luke Cage. We don't care about that. So we're going to play Luke Cage. Now, if there's rocks in our deck, it is a little bit gross. Getting very gross in all honesty. We are just going to play Zabu here. We're going to kind of hope we draw Typhoid Mary. Because Typhoid Mary is going to be big in this one, I reckon. Daredevil. Now, we have got Carnage. We don't really care about Carnage too much. So what we might do here is we might just rock, Carnage. Since we have rocks anyway, we might as well. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Green Goblin here, and I'm going to Hazmat here. Now, this is not a great play. I'm really betting my luck on I'm most likely getting the Odin here. Or a Typhoid Mary. So the main thing we're going to try and do here is kind of solidify out left lane, try and solidify out right lane with the Green Goblin. And hopefully be able to drop a big Typhoid Mary next turn. I can probably drop 2 cards. I can probably also drop the debris as well. Actually, I will be able to drop the debris. What's good? So, yeah. Here we got Hazmat. Payday She-Hulk. It's not great. Colin Wing, a rock. What buffs that Morbius up a little bit?
Opponent snap.
Now we have got very unfortunate here with what we've drawn. So we are going to debris here. And we are going to Colossus, but which lane do you want to Colossus in? Probably the left. I don't see him really pushing the right. Anyway. Not the greatest draw ever, but hopefully here we have enough just kind of hold. I don't think we will. Just not enough.
Enough said,
Oh,
bub.
green. Yeah, so, yeah. Pretty unlucky that we didn't get the Odin. Okay, it looked like it was going to be a pretty decent starting hand, but we just got very unlucky. So many cards of selection left in the deck. We still had 8. Oh, all the rocks. Yeah, we did end up drawing, like, what, 2, 3 rocks, something like that, so... Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, but you know what? This deck's still quite a bit of fun. It's not going to climb you up too high on ladder, but, you know, you don't need decks always going to climb you up ladder. Sometimes with Marvel Snap, you just want a deck that's going to, you know, be fun. And this is one of those decks where, honestly, you're going to piss your opponent off when you get it kind of working. Now, yeah, I feel like if this wasn't a location here, would only be better. But anyway, let's kind of go over a bit of a review of the deck. Alright, so with this deck, it's fun. I very much enjoy playing this deck. But if you're looking for a deck to climb on ladder, not your deck. This is your deck if you want to kind of jump in, have some fun. Now here's the thing, you could definitely make this deck a lot better. I don't have all the cards that I wanted for this deck, but with what I had, this is what I could make. And I still had a lot of fun, we still managed to pull the combo off, it was good fun. And it's something that, if you have these cards, you can do it. And of course you don't have Zabu if you know you're playing free to play, of course take Zabu out, replace it with like literally anything else. Zabu isn't that important, I just like it to kind of lower the cost of Wong and Typhoid Mary. But yeah, it's just one of those decks. I haven't really done a deck just for the pure just for fun if it's not even great. Most decks I do upload, I try to make them somewhat extremely viable, something that, you know, you can climb with. I finally decided to kind of go for a deck that's not absolutely amazing, but just a bit kind of memey, a bit fun. Now, I know I've done decks I've called memey decks as well, but they, like, surprisingly do really well. This deck is probably, like, you're not really going to go, you're going to go about even on cubes if you play it enough. I didn't go even in this recording. Actually, I think I went positive, because I think I snapped and won. But, yeah, it's just something for a bit of fun. So, because I always wanted to make this card here work. Not this woman, Hazmat. Hazmat to me just seems like really fun, and you can make your opponents like really want to not play the game anymore when they just get hit by a Hazmat that final turn. It's just something completely different. So, yeah, honestly, cards you can take out, Zero. Zero's not that great in this deck. It's really only for Typhoid Mary if we don't hit the Luke Cage. Other cards you can take out, Zabu. It's only affecting 2 cards. And Colossus. Colossus is just that budget option. If you don't have the Luke Cage, then Colossus. You're going to want to build this deck completely differently. I'd still probably run the Green Goblin, but you're going to really only cards you're going to want to play is probably then Invisible Woman, Hazmat, Colossus, Wong, and Odin. But those 4 cards here, like Hazmat, Invisible Woman, Wong, and Odin, they're your main cards. That's what you need. Luke Cage is a very good support piece. An amazing support piece. And if you don't have that, you run Colossus. Colossus is in that support piece. I run both because I am missing cards. Like, cards I'd want to be putting in here. Now, everyone's going to have different cards put in, so yeah, chuck your different cards in. Same with Zabu. Same with Zero. Zero. And I do like to run Carnage just to kind of get rid of the debris rocks. I think debris is pretty good in this deck just so you can put rocks everywhere else. But yeah. And Typhoid Mary because of Luke Cage. That's the only reason Typhoid Mary's in here. She's fun. Very fun to play with. Now, with all that said, thanks for watching. I know it's been a little since I uploaded a Marvel Snap video. And I do have another one hopefully coming out the next day. Very exciting stuff. And this one next deck I think is a little bit better than this one. So if you want more competitive decks, I do normally post them. Wait for that one. That one's going to be built for you. But if you're looking for like fun, play this. But as I said, if you enjoy my style of content, my videos, my deck creations, please feel free to smash the like button and subscribe, alright? And I hope to see you all in the next one for some more funny decks, some more competitive decks, and whatever else we can create together. Whatever else I can think of, really. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.